Good morning, cadets. I am Second Lieutenant Trininkit, retired, the Tactical Officer and Instructor of Central Philippine University ROTC Unit. This morning, we will be talking and discussing about introduction of infantry operations. This subject that I will be teaching this morning, cadet, is based on the military book of Philippine Army Manual, and I will share to you sharing some experiences that I have during my assignment in the battlefield in Lanao, Cotabato, and Hulu, wherein I was assigned with the infantry battalions. With my assignment in the infantry battalion, I have experienced so many battle confrontation with the enemy, wherein I have a perpetual souvenir. Perpetual souvenir that I was wounded in action 3 times. To summarize, 3 times during an encounter with the enemy. First, I was hit at my left breast. Then after I was evac in the Army Station Hospital. Then after 11 months, I was again reassigned to Mindanao. There, I was again hit at the left arm of my left arm. And I was again wounded in action. And after the third, when I was reassigned again in the field, I was again hit at my buttock. Those are my experience in the infantry battalion. So, to start with our lecture.
To start with my lecture, cadets, let's first take up the importance and beginning of infantry. Importance. The infantry is the main land combat force of the military. In peacetime, the infantry role is to stay ready to defend our country. In combat, the role of the infantry is to capture, destroy enemy ground forces, and repel enemy attack. So, if the military, if they are in the camp, example, yung mga sundalo natin, peacetime, walang kalaban, they will stay there in the camp in order to, they're ready to defend our country. Pero if you are a military man, you will be assigned in combat. The main mission is to search and destroy. So meaning to say, you will have to, the ground forces, the infantry, yan ang tinatawag natin na ground forces. And their mission is to destroy the enemy. Members of the infantry are ground troops that engage with the enemy in close range combat. So, they operate weapons and equipment to engage and destroy enemy ground forces. Being in the infantry is considered to be one of the more physical, demanding, and psychologically stressful military jobs. You know, when I was with the 11th Infantry Battalion, way back 1972, wherein pag-start ng gera doon sa Mindanao, we have so many casualty. Meaning, pag-attack namin doon sa Tunganon, Midsayap, a platoon size only, with the under Charlie Company of the 11th Infantry Battalion. I belong to the 3rd platoon of the 11th Infantry Battalion, wherein the first casualty is First Lieutenant Jaime Ignacio of Tansa, Iloilo. He was hit at the head. Well, our mission is to destroy the enemy. And the second is from Haniway. I remember my batch, PFC Arsenal. He was being hit at the left breast, wherein he was dead on the spot. Patay, kaagad siya. Together with First Lieutenant Jaime Ignacio. That was the casualty of the 3rd platoon of the 11th Infantry Battalion in Tunganon, Midsayap, Cotabato. So, yun ang experience ng mga infantry battalion kasi you know the infantry battalion they are moving medyo marami kami, but the question is kung marami ang naglalakad, marami rin ang casualty. Yun ang na-experience ko doon sa infantry battalion when we were still in Carmen, North Cotabato. Infantry is an army specialization whose personnel engaged in military combat on foot, disguised from cavalry, artillery, and armored forces, also known as foot soldiers. Infantrymen or infantry traditionally rely on traveling by foot between combat as well as but may also use military vehicles, watercraft, or aircraft or for between combat mobility logistics. Infantry typically bear the largest brunt and warfare as measured by casualties, discomfort, fatigue, and both physical and psychological stress. You know, as infantry, an army specialization, itong tinatawag nating cavalry. Ano ba ito? Distinguished from cavalry. Itong cavalry na tinatawag is yung nakasakay ng mga armored. Yung APC, example, the APC, anti-personnel career, yan ang mga cavalry. Artillery is yung mga kanyonero yan. In the army way of life or the AFP, we have this what we call cavalry, artillery unit, and the armored unit forces. So, kung hindi makaya yung ground forces natin na infantry, kagaya namin noon, when I was in Kakar, that was 1975, hindi namin makaya yung kalaban dahil sa dami. We requested for a cavalry but then hindi makapasok sa area namin kay Swampy. So what we did is artillery. Nag-request kami ng artillery. Hindi pa sana ma-approve yun. Dahil mamamatay na kami. We have 2 wounded in action already, si Valdez. Then, we requested for artillery. Nearest 10 meters, dahil surrounded na kami. Kung hindi kami nag-request ng artillery, patay kaming lahat. Yung 2 teams. 2 teams kami. Yung rifle squad na sinasabi noon. Good that they approved our request para sa artillery. Dahil hindi ka basta-basta magpapatak ng kanyon kung walang approval sa higher echelon. I-approve mo na yon. Dahil pinakadelikado yung artillery, mantakin mo yan, 105, papatak dyan sa'yo, di wasak lahat yung troops, especially yung mga tinatawag natin friendly forces sa area. Pag sinabi mo mag-request ka ng artillery, give me your location. Number 1 is location. Pag sabing location, nearest 1,000 meters. Pag sabi, that is 1 kilometer kung 1,000 meters. Pag request nyo. Kaya nga that's why all cadets are being taught. Nagtuturo kami dyan ng map reading. That's why all cadets should know map reading. Dahil kung in case na war at kayo'y napaligiran ng mga kalaban, anong gagawin nyo? Request for reinforcement or cavalry or artillery. Artillery yung pinaka mabilis dahil siyempre kanyon yon. So, ito yung tinasabi natin na experience ko rito. Yung mga tinatawag. Kasi yung infantry, lalakad talaga yan. Hindi pwede yan na pag nag-engage ng combat yan, foot yan. Walang sasakyan yan. Kayo-kayo na lang doon. Next. The first military forces in history were infantry. Yan ang pinakaunang lahat sa first military in the history of the infantry. In yung mga antique, antiquity, infantry was armed with easily yung melee weapons. Ano ba yung mga melee weapons natin dyan? Dami natin yung nung araw. Okay, wala pang mga baril-baril dyan, di ba? Yung melee weapon natin. And range weapon. Yung tinatawag na melee, ano yun? Yung mga pointed weapons na mga melee. Yan, ano ba? Yung mga spears. Ha? Forks. Kung ano yung pinakamatatalim noon, yun ang mga weapon ng mga magagamit sa kalaban. Yung edge weapon, yung swords, dagger. Di ba? Yan ang mga tinatawag na melee weapon. Axe, yung spear, axe or sword, or early range before like javelin, sling, or bow, with a few infantrymen being expected to use both a melee and range weapon. Very self-explanatory. Kung nakapapanood nyo noon yung unang panahon ng mga sine, di ba? Yung mga Indians. Wala pang mga kwan masyado noon. Yung una, yung mga infantry. Talagang by wave ang attack. Left and right. Walang atrasan yan. So, patay kung patay, yun ang sinabing matira ang matibay. Yung infantry noong araw. So, itong tinatawag natin, by the time of Napoleonic warfare, infantry, cavalry, and artillery form a basic triad of ground forces, though infantry usually remained the most numerous. With armor warfare, armored fighting vehicles have replaced the horses of cavalry. Kabayo pa nung araw, wala pang mga APC, yung mga B-150, wala pang kanyon. Kaya yung horse of cavalry, yung tinatawag, sumasakay sila ng kabayo. And air power has added new dimension to ground combat, but infantry remains pivotal to all modern combined arms operations. So, any question? If you have no question, we will proceed. Infantry have much greater local situational awareness than other military forces. Due to their inherent intimate contact with the battlefield, boots on the ground. Yan ang mayroon tayong mga boots. This is vital for engaging and infiltrating enemy positions, holding and defending ground, securing battlefield victories, maintaining military area control and security, both at behind the front lines, for capturing ordnance or material, taking prisoners, and military occupation. Infantry can more easily recognize, adapt, and respond to local conditions, weather, and changing enemy and weapons or tactics. They can operate in a wide range of terrain inaccessible to military vehicles, and can operate with lower logistical burden. Infantry are the most easily delivered forces to ground combat areas by simple and reliable marching or by trucks, sea or transport. They can also be inserted directly into combat by ambitious landing by airdrop with parachute, airborne infantry, or via air assault by helicopters. Air mobile infantry, they can be augmented with variety of cruiser weapons, armored personnel, carriers, and infantry fighting vehicles. You know, cadets, if you, kung napanood nyo yung Longest Day, I encourage you, no, to read the Bridge Too Far, The Longest Day. Doon mo makikita yung mga infantry, wave to wave. May airborne. Complete yun, yung Longest Day. Kung itong binabasa natin ngayon, yung Longest Day, ito na. Lahat, pati airborne, nandoon na. Then, the enemy, they violated the Geneva Convention with that Longest Day. You know why? Bakit na-violated yun nila yung Geneva Convention? Hindi pa nakakapag-land yung mga paratroopers na nagpaparachute, binabaril na sila. That is violation eh. Yung mga Germany noon, binabaril nila yung mga Americans na nagparachute, andun pa sa taas, binabaril na. So, pagtupa nila doon sa lupa, pag-land, mga patay na. So, that's why the Germany was being charged Wow. Because by virtue of that Geneva Convention. So, yan ang mga infantry. We are not talking about special unit, ha? Wala itong special forces, walang scout ranger. Ito, puros infantry ito. That's why I encourage you to to try to yung movie na Longest Day at saka yung The Bridge Too Far. Okay? The infantry, by the way, any question regarding sa mga explanation about infantry? Iba yung infantry kasi dahil may first platoon, second platoon, third platoon. Batalyon yan, batalyon size. Kaya infantry. Tinatawag, we have so many infantry battalions here in the Visayas. Meron tinatawag natin yung 3rd Division. We will be talking about division mamaya. Under division, meron tayong tinatawag na brigades. Under niya yung brigade. Yung brigade, may tinatawag na ilang brigade ng division? 3. 1st Brigade, 2nd Brigade, 3rd Brigade. 1st Brigade was assigned doon sa Negros Oriental. 2nd Brigade na-assign dito sa Dingli, and 3rd Brigade na assigned doon sa Mabinay. Under sa brigade, in every brigade, meron tayong tinatawag na infantry battalions. Yung dito sa Negros, yung meron 3 battalions dyan. Dito sa Panay, meron 3 battalions dito under ng 2nd Brigade ng Dingli. In every brigade, meron tinatawag na 3 battalions. Okay. Sa batalyon naman, meron tayong Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. 4 lang. Dito sa atin, sa atin na CPU, parang regimental na ito eh. Pero batalyon pa rin ang tawag nila dahil kayo, organized by 100, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf. Kung maging infantry reserve kayo. So, sa batalyon, there are only sa tactical battalion na tinatawag is there are only 4 companies in a battalion. The Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Okay. Next. Yan, doon muna. The infantry echelons. Ito na. The infantry echelons. We'll go to infantry echelon. Sige. Tingnan ninyo itong first rifle squad. Ito yung tinatawag sa company, meron first platoon, second platoon, third platoon. In every platoon, meron first squad, second squad, third squad, fourth squad. Ito yung tinatawag. In every squad, meron 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Ito yung tinatawag natin rifle squad. Ano mo doon? Yung kuha natin. Hindi, sige pa yung kuha. Okay. Hindi. Dali. Doon sa, hindi, yung hindi, dyan, yan. Squad. The infantry squad is model for all tactical task organization. It is comprised of 2 fire teams and squad leader. It is capable of establishing a base of fire, providing security for another element, or conducting fire and movement with one team providing a base of fire, while the other team moves to the next position of advantage or onto an objective. The squad leader has to subordinate leaders to lead the 2 teams, freeing him to control the entire squad, the Alpha team and the Bravo team. Yan. Tingnan natin yung example ko. Kagaya yung inorganize ko dito sa Central Philippine University during tactical inspection. Yung rifle squad ng Central Philippine University 2018 and 2019. Tingnan natin. Oh, look. Ito yung rifle squad ng Central Philippine University. Kung sa infantry yan, sa actual, ito yung ang organization nila. Oh, may squad leader nasa gitna, yung Alpha Team 1, 2, 3, 4. Alpha Team. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 at the back is Bravo Team. Oh, ito. Tignan natin yung mga duties and responsibilities ng mga rifle squad. Yan. Tingnan mo. Oh. Ano ba yung mga duties and responsibilities? Nandiyan. Oh, duties and responsibilities. Squad leader, fire team leaders, yung alpha, grenadier, rifleman, and automatic rifleman. So meaning to say, yung squad leader nandito sa gitna, yung fire team leader nandito sa 1, 2, 3, 4, yung first, at saka yung apat nandoon sa yung Bravo team. Alpha team at saka Bravo team. O, yan ang mga duties and responsibilities ng mga rifle squad. Next. O, ito yung mga different, yung mga echelon, meaning to say yung echelon is mga formations yan. Higher echelon yung mga tinatawag natin na higher echelon, nandoon sa taas. Magkukumand yan. Ito naman rifle squad, ito yung mga different formations. Ha? Formations yung echelon. Ito na, yung mga squad. So, hindi na natin iti-take up ito. Doon tayo sa picture. Ayan. Tingnan natin yung mga rifle squad. Ito, kadete natin to. Baka hindi kayo maniwala. I organized this before. Nanalo tayo sa tactical inspection. Ito yung tinatawag na squad. Rifle squad yan na tinatawag natin. See? Ito yung sila Biason noon. Ito yung team ng mga babae. Puros babae yan. Ilan lang lalaki? Dadalawa. Lahat babae. Cadets yan, ha? Not a cadet officer. They are cadets. They are being selected to different units sa Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta hanggang Itong picture na ito noong 2018 at saka 2019 na tactical inspection. So, ito na. Alam nyo na yung squad. Cadets. Next. Okay. Sa platoon naman. Dito tayo sa platoon. The infantry platoon is organized with 3 infantry squad. Meaning to say yung platoon na infantry first squad, second squad, third squad. A weapon squad and a platoon headquarters. The headquarters section provides the C2 of the squad and any attachment and serve as the interface with the fire support and sustainment systems. Although all infantry platoon use the same basic doctrinal principles in combat, application of those principles differs based on assigned organization or task organization. One of the inherent strengths of the infantry platoon is the ability to task organize. The infantry platoon headquarters must expect to receive other soldiers and unit and command relationship and direct other arms in support relationship. So alam mo yung platoon, ha? I belong to third platoon, experience-wise. Anyway, makikita nyo sa picture mamaya about platoon. First, sa company, as I've said, we have first platoon, second platoon, third platoon, fourth platoon. I belong before sa platoon ng third platoon of the Charlie Company of the 11th Infantry Battalion. Tingnan natin yung picture natin. Yan. Look at this. Ito yung tinatawag na platoon. Ito actual ito. When I was assigned in Hulo, sa Hulo ako na-assign, platoon. This is a platoon. Nakita nyo itong platoon na ito? 11th Infantry, ando doon kami sa Kaunayan ito. Mali ito, Kaunayan. Kaunayan. Palitan mo yon, ha? Kaunayan, Hulo-Sulo. 4th March 1973. Tingnan mo. Nandoon kami sa kwan naman. Doon sa Kaunayan. This is a platoon. Maraming patay dito. Makasama ko. Kala nyo, hindi kami buhay. Pagbalik namin, ilan lang kami buhay. sa mga platon. Oh, look at our, yung mga itsura namin noong araw. Oh, 1973. Ubos-ubos. We are happy, pero maraming ubos-ubos kami dyan. Okay? Next. Company is a military unit. Dito naman tayo sa kumpanya, company. Ha? From squad, from platoon, and company. Oh, dito naman tayo sa company. Company is a military unit typically consisting of 80 to 250 soldiers and usually commanded by a major or a captain. Most companies are formed of 3 to 6 or 7 platoons. Kung maraming tao. Although the exact number may vary by country, unit type, and structure. Usually, several companies are grouped as battalion or regiment, the latter of which is sometimes formed by several battalion. Kung hindi namin maabot noon yung 80 to 250, skeletal, yung tinatawag skeletal. Kaya magiging lang 3 kumpanya or 4 na company. No, infantry company yan, belong to the infantry battalion, ha? Okay? O, infantry battalions. Dito naman tayo, wala akong example sa company dahil yung company size, hindi ko na-picturean nung araw. Ito naman batalyon, may example ako ng kung ano yung batalyon, yung Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Yan. Batalyon na yon. For companies with complete infantry battalion organized to conduct decisive action. Ito yung mga pang-counter action. The continuous, simultaneous combination of offensive, offensive, defensive, instability, or defense support of civil authority task. Itong batalyon, pang-offensive saka defensive. The infantry battalion can deploy rapidly, execute entry operations, and execute missions throughout the range of military operations. You know, kami, halimbawa, yung batalyon, Alpha Company, proceed to that area. I want you to clear that objective. Pupunta ngayon yung kumpanya yan. Ito ng kumpanya, pagdating nyo doon sa area, yung company commander, sabihin naman niya, okay, first platoon, occupy that area there. Then, second platoon, security. Third platoon, search and destroy. Ganon yon. Yan ang sistema. The infantry battalion can conduct effective combat or other operations immediately upon arrival in an operational area. Okay. Example. That was yung picture ko noon. Asan yung batalyon? Yung picture ng batalyon. Yan. Sige. Tingnan niyo yung batalyon. Yan. Itong barko, papunta na kami sa Hulo. Then after that, pabalik na naman kami. Itong last na ito, sa Taglibi, Paticulsulo, kukunti na lang kami. Sigdan mo, ang dami namin noon, papunta doon. Pagbalik, ito na lang, kukunti na lang dahil maraming patay. So, these are the organization of a battalion. Yun, nakatayo dyan, yan ang battalion commander namin, si late Major. Ayun, kapapatay, ando doon ngayon sa libingan ng bayani, ililibing bukas, itong battalion commander namin na si Major General Benjamin Cruz. Noon, Major pa siya. Ito yung battalion commander namin. So, look at this. As I've said, ito yung battalion Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Itong nasa right side. Doon, papunta na kami. Nung pagbalik na namin, ready to move out, pauwi na. Because medyo matagal na kami sa combat. Nandito na. Ayun, nagmamarcha na kami. Yan, pagdating sa Cebu City, may honor. Ito na. Kukunti na lang kami natira. These are the group. Ito yung composed na batalyon. Example ko yan. So, balik tayo sa discussions. Yan. The infantry battalion can conduct effective combat or other operations immediately upon arrival in an operational area. Yon. Pagdating namin sa Hulo, bakbakan, we were deployed in Tiptipon. Tiptipon, Hulo-Sulo. Na first encounter doon na naman na napakarami. That was way back November 1973. ay 1973, 72, rather 1972. Oh, hindi pa kayo ipinanganak. An arching term encompassing more descriptive terms such as area of responsibility and joint operation area for geographic areas in which military operations are conducted. As I've said, yung Alpha, nandun kami Tipon, Bravo, nasa Kaunayan, Charlie, nandun kami, andun sa Kwan. Ha? Kompleto yan, yung batalyon. So, those are the group, yung nakita nyo yung picture, organized into Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Ay, Charlie lang, 3 lang batalyon kami noon kay Kwan, Skeletal. Okay, next. By the way, yan. So, nakikita nyo, any question regarding, kung may mga questions kayo later on, no? I-ano nyo na lang dito sa sa online para answeran natin. Basta this organization battalion composed of 3 companies. Ito yung, kaya nga, in-insert ko itong experience ko. Talking on experience. Iba sa libro, iba dito sa aktual. Ako, hindi man pwede ma-follow mo yung libro, mamamatay ka. Oh, so, kaya inile-lecture namin, when I was assigned sa Army Training Group, sa Army. Ang inile-lecture ko, guide lang yung libro, pero yung aktual, ang ini-explain namin sa mga sundalo. Dahil kung i-follow mo yung book, maraming casualty. Maraming mamamatay. Just like us, we experience, as I've said, I have already a perpetual souvenir. Kasi kung i-follow natin yung libro mabuti, well, insert mo yung experience mo para hindi ka mamamatay, mabubuhay ka. Oh, ito yung batalyon pa, experience ng batalyon ito ng Central Philippine University nung educational camp tour namin nung 2019. In-insert ko lang dito para malaman nyo yung batalyon. Ang itsura ng batalyon. Look at this. Kadete yan. Papunta kami this picture taken at Camp Dingli, Iloilo. Doon, Camp Hernandez, rather. Dingli, Iloilo. O, tignan mo pa yung iba na batalyon na size. O, the infantry, wala na ba yung litrato dyan? Meron pa. Meron ako inilagay dyan ng mga kwan. Batalyon to. Hindi mo in-insert pala. Sige, okay lang. Next. Brigade. Okay, ano yung brigade na sinasabi natin? Ang brigade, under ito ng division. Yung division, meron, sinabi ko kanina, na we have 3 brigade here. Yung 3rd Infantry Division, based sa Camp Hamindan, meron 3 brigade. 1st Brigade, 2nd Brigade, 3rd Brigade. Saan ba na-assign yung 1st Brigade? Sa Tanhay Negros Oriental. 2nd Brigade, sa Mabinay, Negros Oriental. 3rd Brigade, sa Dingli, sa Camp Hernandez, Dingli, Iloilo. O, yan yung brigade na. We will be talking about brigade na naman. The Infantry Brigade is critical piece in the Army force structure because of its ability to operate both independently or as part of a division. Now, they will operate independently. Pag andyan na, may commander dyan. Meron colonel na to become a general later on. The brigade fight combined arms, battles, and engagement employing every tactical means available. It integrates and coordinates different kinds of maneuver, battalions, field, artillery, aviation, engineer, combat air support, and naval gunfire to accomplish its mission. Meron yan mga combat support, air support yan. Meron naka-standby dyan na helicopter from time to time. Dahil kung mag-request yung mga batalyon na inattack sila, brigade will automatically patapaliparin niya yung tinatawag nating combat air support. And naval gunfire also, nandiyan dyan sa dagat. Nagmamasid dyan. Pag nag-request kayo ng brigade na we need a naval support, mag-gunfire, mayroong mga kanyon yan. Abot. Kung ilang kilometers yan, aabotin yan. So the brigade is the first level of command that requires the commander to integrate across all the posts. The brigade provides the link between the division, deep and close battle, because the only permanent assignment element of the divisional brigade is the headquarters company. The brigade can accommodate a variety of task organizations depending on the MMTT, the situation, this asset to make their contributions to the battle in unorganized and battalions, or the synchronized fashion. The brigade commander is also responsible for placing the battalions in the right place at the right time and the right combination to decisively defeat the enemy. The brigade commander commands the powerful combine. Just like sa Dingle. Example, saan ba yung mga infantry battalion nga gin-deploy ng brigade? Sa Tapas. Ano yung dineploy doon sa Tapas? Yung 12 infantry battalion. Saan yung isa? Nandoon ngayon yung tinatawag na 46 IB. So, kagaya ng second brigade, sino yung nandoon yung 11th infantry battalion sa Negros? Yan ang tinatawag natin. He can easily deploy the infantry battalion. Yan ang brigade na tinatawag natin. O division. Yan. We will be talking about division naman. Ilan division dito sa Pilipinas? Dito sa AFP? First division, second division, third division, fourth division, fifth division, sixth division, seventh division, eighth division, ninth division. We have ninth division. First division, saan ba nakabase yan? Nandoon sa Butuan. Second division, nandoon sa Tanay Rizal. Yan ang tinatawag, the home of the jungle fighters. Second division. Third division, the spearhead division based on Camp Hamindan, Capiz. Nandoon tayo, dito tayo sa Capiz. Fourth division, nasa Cagayan de Oro City. Fifth division, nandoon sa Camp Opigamo, Isabela. Sixth division, nandoon sa Cotabato, dyan sa Awang, North Cotabato. Seventh division, nasa Port Magsaysay, Palayan City. Eighth division, nasa Camp Lukban, Katbalogan, Samar. Ninth division, nasa saan ba yun? Basta nasa Mindanao. Ang ninth division. So those are divisions. Now, division in modern military organization, the smallest formation that comprises a balanced team of all arms and services needed for the independent conduct of operations. It usually numbers between 12,000 and 20,000 men and is commanded by Major General. So meaning to say, may tao kang 20,000. Ano ba yung under ng kwan? Balikan natin. Division. First Brigade, Second Brigade, Third Brigade. Lahat na division yan, mayroong mga brigade. Under naman dito sa mga brigade, there are 3 battalions. Every brigade may mga 3 battalions. Yan, kaya kailangan maging 20,000 or 12,000 and 20,000 men. Are you following? So, those are under division. I repeat, sa division may 3 brigade na hawak niya. First Brigade, Second Brigade, Third Brigade. Under brigade, meron naman silang mga 3 batalyon. Tigta 3 batalyon in every brigade. Run by a colonel to become a brigadier general later on. Yung division run by major general or brigadier general. Okay. In naval usage, division is a group of ship Oh, yung iba naman sa naval, sa navy. Usually four sila, forming part of squadron or task force. I don't know yung organization nila. It also denotes unit into which a ship company is divided for administrative purposes. The term air division denotes a command within an air force containing 2 or more wings organized to perform an operational mission such as bombardment, yung mga bomba, fighter interception, reconnaissance, or airlift. So that's deniable, no? The military strength of an army for the conduct of the war. Well, I'm very particular on the army, no? Kaya medyo kabisado ko to. Strength of an army for the conduct of the war may be truly measured by the number and quality of the divisions it can be bring to bear against an enemy. Divisions, together with additional supporting combat and service troops, are formed into corps and field armies for the conduct of the military campaign. As I've said, yung nagka-campaign dyan ngayon is the moment pinatawag ang division commander, ang mga brigade commander, alam na nila ang dapat gagawin nila. Brigade commander, 1st brigade, 2nd brigade, 3rd brigade, then the battalion, patawag naman ng brigade, yung mga battalion commanders to implement yung programa ng mga brigade. Okay. Meron maganda yung LCAC ngayon na kuwan. Ako, yung LCAC na sinasabi, go ako doon. Why? Because yun importante na ma-develop yung mga barangay na nawawala yung mga insurgency natin doon. Natatalo sila. Okay? The Philippine Army's Doctrine. Philippine Army Doctrine. Republic Act 7898. Republic Act 7898 or the Armed Forces Modernization Act of 1995 signifies the country's intent to make the AFP a worthy player in any regional or international security arrangement. Since its passage, the Armed Forces of the Philippines has made the Modernization Act as the core of initiative to improve the capabilities. You know, yung meron kaming modernization, kaya nagmo-modern, meron na ngayon mga high-tech na rin ngayon, yung ating AFP. Nagiging high-tech na. Hindi kagaya nung sa amin, puro sa manual. Nako, wala kaming gamit nung araw. Kaya that's why, pero nakakaya din namin, especially when I was with the Scout Ranger, no? Kahit wala kaming gamit, but then, element of surprise lang. Yun lang ang aming armas, element of surprise. Surprise attack against a static target which is characterized by a violent firepower shock action followed by a swift withdrawal. Yan ang aming kwan sa Scout Ranger. Pero ito, infantry ito Dynamism in the regional security environment meant that the AFP needed to expand and enhance its capabilities in order to respond to the wide spectrum of possible security challenges, to include non-traditional concerns such as terrorism. Alam mo, yung sino ba yung mga terrorism ngayon na considered terrorist? Alam nyo na yan. Kung sino yung mga terrorist na identified by the government. This is to ensure that the AFP focus on ISO would not result in diminish the capabilities for territorial defense. Domestically, modernization would be instilled in the people, increase pride with the armed forces, and denies prospective purchase the issue of poor equipped to reunionize their attempt to grab power. Yan ang mga doctrine. In short, a more capable armed forces would be better placed to contribute to nation building by ensuring security from any internal and external challenges. Internal, dito sa atin. External, sa labas. The objectives of the program are presented in the Section 3 of the Modernization Act, to wit, to develop the AFP's capability to uphold the sovereignty of territorial integrity of the Republic and to secure the national territory from all forms of intrusion and encroachment. That's number one. Number two is to develop the AFP's capability to assist civilian agencies in the preservation of the national patrimony, including the country's living and non-living marines, submarine, mineral forces, and other natural resources located within its territory and its executive economic zone. Okay, number 3, to enhance the AFP capability to fulfill its mandate to protect the Filipino people not only from armed threat but the ill effects of life-threatening and destructive consequence of natural and man-made disasters and calamities, including typhoons, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, major accident in far-flung, inaccessible terrain for the sea from the form of ecological damage. Kaya minomodernize na tayo para in case na may mga ganitong sakuna, the AFP can move immediately to protect the people. 4, to improve the AFP's capability to assist other agencies in the enforcement of domestic and foreign policies as well as international covenant against piracy, while slavery, smuggling, drug trafficking, hijacking or aircraft and seacraft and transport of toxic and other ecological harmful substances taking place in or through Philippine territory. Kung hindi natin ma-modernize yung mga equipment ng AFP, wala tayo. Kawawa, hindi natin maliligtas ng ating mga tao. To enhance the AFP's capability to assist the Philippine National Police in law enforcement, internal security operation. Ayan, yung mga kailangan natin matulungan din, ma-assist yung police, yung trabaho ng police. To enhance the AFP's capability to fulfill the country's international commitments and to develop the AFP's capability to support national development. Yan, ang sinasabi natin. Yan ang modernization na ginagawa ng ating Armed Forces of the Philippines. Principle of war. Marami pa yan? Di ba? This principle of war, among the fundamental of the infantry are the principle of war. Infantry pa rin This principle guide the platoon leaders to conduct platoon operations in various environmental conditions. This principle of war are: number 1, unity of command. Kailangan talaga. May unity yan. Unity of command ensures the concentration of effort for every objective under the responsible commander. This principle emphasizes that all efforts should be directed and coordinated towards a common objective. Kailangan talaga a very responsible commander para ma-accomplish natin ang mission. Objective. Ano bang objective dito? The principal objective is concerned with directing operation toward defined and attainable objective that contribute to the strategic, operational, or tactical aims. Yan ang objective ng principal war. Offensive. This principle emphasizes the distinct advantage of action rather than reaction. The time, place, purpose, scope, intensify, pace of operations should be dictated. The initiative must be seized, retained, and fully exploited. Yan ang offensive. Offensive meaning to pag-attack. Must. It is the concentration of combat power that decisive time and place. Concentration of combat power is fundamental consideration in all operations. In applying the principle of must, the leaders shall also consider the relative principle that economy of force. Yung medyo, hindi naman masyado lang, ipapakonti niya konti. Economy of force. The economy of force principle calls for the national use of force by selecting the best mix of combat power. The allocation of minimum essential combat capability of strength to the secondary effort to that forces may be concentrated in the area where a decision is sought. Ano bang kuha natin? Then, itong security principle, andito pa rin tayo sa principle of war, security. The principle of security requires that friendly forces and their operations be protected from enemy action that could provide the enemy with unexpected advantage. Importante yan, security. Kahit sa atin, sa ating sarili, kailangan i-secure natin yung sarili natin para at least masave. Huwag ka magtitiwala. Kung uuwi ka, siyempre security, palagi mong isipin na pag uwi ko, baka mayroon tayong kwan dyan. Kailangan maging security conscious ka palagi. Lalo na yung mga babae. Mga babae, pag umuwi kayo, you should think always na yung maging security conscious ka. Surprise. Surprise liberates the security principle by attacking at time, place, or in a manner which the enemy is not prepared. Yan, element of surprise. Kaya nga, yung pag-atake mo sa infantry battalion na experience ko to, although doon kami dumaan sa pinakamahirap na daan. Doon sa likod, hanggang masurprise mo yan nga, yung static, meaning to say, not mobile, yung enemy. During, number one, na masurprise mo is maganda, the best weather for our, especially ranger, is during rainy season, para masurprise mo yung kalaban. Pag umuulan, bumabagyo, doon ka umatak. Kasi nandiyan, hindi umaalis. You raid, magkanda ka ng raid. Raid is a surprise attack. Ano bang definition ng raid? Raid is a surprise attack against a static target which is characterized by a violent firepower. Yan. Shock action followed by a swift withdrawal. Surprise, element of surprise. Simplicity. The principle of simplicity calls for avoiding unnecessary complexity in organizing, preparing, planning, and conducting operations. This ensures the guidance plans and orders are as simple, direct as the objective will allow. Simplicity. Think, plan, act, execute, and accomplish. Very simple. Ang kailangan, kuhan mo yun, iplano mo ng very simple lang. Maneuver. Maneuver is the movement of forces in relation to the enemy to gain positive advantage. Effective maneuver keeps the enemy off balance and protect the force. It's used to exploit successes, to preserve freedom of action, reduce vulnerability. It continually poses new problems for the enemy by rendering his action ineffective, eventually leading into defeat. Yan ang maneuver. Mayroon talaga magmamaneuver. Magmaneuver ka para makuha mo yung kalaban. Elements of combat power. The doctrine that guides infantry forces is the base on the elements of combat power. Maneuver, firepower, protection, and leadership. Importante yung leadership. You know why? Kung wala kayo leadership, paano ngayon mapupuntahan mo yung objective mo doon? Ma-accomplish mo ba? Hindi. Kailang matapang yung leader. Decided. May will. Leadership. Kailangan siya mismo. Maneuver to the right. Nagtatago pala. Hindi, ikaw mismo. Mag-command ka. Maneuver to the left. Then after that, dito tayo mag-maneuver din sa kuhan tayo. Followed. Paglilid ng operation, kailangan masigasig ang isang leader. Iniisip niya na mas maganda una ako mamatay kontra sa inyo. Kasi kung ikaw unang takot, hindi susunod yung mga tao, takot ka Pero ikaw mismo na matapang, tatapang din yung mga tao mo. That's leadership. Maneuvers the movement. Tapos na, di ba? Tapos na yan. Firepower is capability to deliver. Di ba? Firepower is yung maneuver. Is the movement forces supported by power to achieve position advantage from which to destroy, threaten, and destruction of the enemy. So combat forces move to gain and position of advantage over the enemy and to hold these advantages. Maneuver properly supported by fires. Allow the infantry to close with the enemy and gain a decision in combat. Yan pag maneuver yung tinatawag. Kailangan yung forces na yan ando doon, yung hindi ka makikita ka. Mag-maneuver ka ba sa right or maneuver to the left? Firepower is the capacity of unit to deliver effective fires on the target para ma-demoralize yung kalaban. Firepower kills, suppresses the enemy in his position and support maneuver. Without effective supporting fires, the infantry cannot maneuver. Siyempre, kaya lang nagbabakbak dito, mga firepower. Yung naman na isang platon, nagmamaneuver. Hindi alam ang kalaban nun. Before attempting to maneuver, unit must establish base of fire. Base of fire, fire muna bago mag-maneuver. Kasi pag magpa-fire ka, yung mga kalaban, dumadapa. A base of fire is placed bare upon enemy in order to reduce or eliminate enemy's ability to interfere with friendly maneuver elements. Leader must know how to control mass and combine fire with maneuver. Leader talaga, importante dyan para malaman mo. Kaya kung maging leader ka, hindi ka talawit. Alam mo na yung nangyayari dyan. Alam mo yung kung saan yung mga kalaban. They must identify the most critical target, quickly direct fire unto them, and ensure that the volume of fire is sufficient to keep the enemy from returning fire effectively and the unit from expending ammunition needlessly. Next. Protection. Protection is the conservation of fighting potential of force so that it can be applied at the decisive time and place. Leader must never permit the enemy to acquire an unexpected advantage. Active and passive measures must be established to protect forces from surprise, observation, detection, interference, espionage, sabotage, or anyone's protection includes the following: care of the soldiers of his equipment. This involves sustenance of the platoon and squad maintained effectiveness. This includes keeping soldiers healthy, high moral, hygienic fight, and well tested. Also include keeping equipment good working condition and the provision of individual. Itong care of soldier, tama ito. Ako palagi kong nagbibihis. Yung kailangan palaging palitan mo yung mga baro mo, yung mga equipment mo, palagi mong lilinisan yung bolt para kung in kaso por kaso magka-encounter, hindi maging stoppage yung kalaban ay yung baril mo. Healthy ka. Huwag kang mag-iisip palagi para maging high moral ka palagi. Isipin mo na babalik din kayo na buhay. Yan, linisin mo palagi yung paa mo para hindi ka magkasakit. Fit to fight. Ganun ang ginagawa ko nung araw nasa field ako. Alam mo, pag nasa bundok ka, mabaho ka talaga, pero ayusin mo yung sarili mo. Total, sabihin mo sarili mo doon kung nasa bundok ka. Wala naman dalaga rito, bahala na. High moral ka paragi. Action to counter enemy combat power. This involves security, diversion, cover, camouflage, deception, and suppression of enemy weapons. Untimely, the infantryman must remain undetected to survive. Look at yung CPU na pinapakumuflage ko para hindi ma-detect yung enemy. Ganon ang camouflaging. Next. Military leadership. Alam nyo naman yung military leadership. Military leadership is an art of influencing and directing men in such a way to obtain their willing obedience, confidence, respect, loyal cooperation in order to accomplish the mission. In military leadership, cadets, there are two duties and responsibilities. Ano yun? Accomplishment of the mission, of course, to look for the welfare of your men. Kung wala ka nun, inseparable yon. Kung wala ka na leader na ganyan, not only dyan sa military, maski sa civilian, pag ikaw ay nagiging leader ka na sa isang bayan, kailangan yung achieve your goal and of course yung moral of your men, moral sa mga tao mo. Leaders are responsible for integration of other element combat power. Their competent and confirmed leadership result effective unit action. The right leadership give purpose. The right of leadership, direction and motivation in combat. Leaders must know their procession, their soldiers and tools for combat. Meron mga leaders na sinasabi na nasa experience ko to. Leader na puras gunggong. Halimbawa, hindi na kami sasama sa iyo. Always palaging iba yung dating mo as a leader. Pag sinabi namin, 4 ngayon, ayaw namin sumama sa'yo. Oh, what will you do? You are about to reach your objective. Malapit mo nang matuntun yung kalaban. 4 of your members doesn't like to go with you. Their moral is becoming wild. Ayaw nila sumama sa'yo. But your mission must be accomplished. Being a leader, what will you do? Situational yon. Oo. Kung hindi ka marunong ng pagdadala ng tao, kung wala kang leadership, hindi mo ma-accomplish ang mission mo. Baka mamay, barilin ka pa ng tao mo. So, those are, the leaders must know their profession, their soldiers, and the tools for combat. Oh. So, any question or clarification, I hope mayroon akong na-contribute sa inyo mga cadets about infantry operations, and I hope magkita-kita tayo ng face-to-face ngayong second semester. Gusto ko magkita-kita tayo sa face-to-face sa training ng ROTC. Dahil alam mo, magto 2 years na tayo dito, sige tayong online. Ako, siging online. But mas effective kami siguro kung practical. Ando doon kami sa field with you, together with you. And after that, sama-sama tayo. Then pupunta tayo sa camp, mag-camp tour tayo. Hanggang mag-graduate kayo. Napakasaya. I hope, I'm praying that this second semester, mag-face-to-face na tayo. So, cadets, maraming salamat sa pakikinig nyo. Thank you very much. Ingat kayo palagi because the unseen enemy is dangerous. Nandiyan pa sa tabi-tabi ninyo si COVID. Mag-iingat kayo. Maraming salamat.